All right, so here goes for my super exciting activity 2 for physics. I didn't want to walk a kilometer, so I took the liberty of doing what any good scientist would do, and I cheated by bringing everything to scale. Aside from my demonstrations, because I want to actually be able to see what I'm laying on the table. So I don't have a bowling ball or really anything else listed in there for this matter. So I improvised, and I've used salt, coins, ibuprofen, and a banana sun in this cat thingy. I'm just going to talk through how I got my distances down here so I don't have to cover exactly what the distance is on here, repeating centimeters for you the entire time. So I took everything on the list and divided it by 1,000 so I could fit it all in my nice little tape here. So as I go through this demonstration, I'm going to go through all of the actual sizes and distances that we have for all of the planets and our wonderful star in our solar system. So let's start with the sun. The sun sits here at 432,690 miles, vastly larger than our very first planet, Mercury. Right there. He sits at a distance of 2.907 million miles from the sun, with a diameter of 3,031.9 miles, approximately 200 miles wider than the United States. Next in line, we have Venus, which sits 6.937 miles from the sun, or 66.937 million miles from the sun, with a diameter of 7,520.8 miles. Next over we have Earth, sitting at a slightly larger 7,917.5 miles, with a distance from the sun at 91.876 million miles. And then we have our little junior here, Mars, at a meager 4,212.3 miles in diameter and a 143.06 million miles from the sun. Now, this is where things start to get a little bit bigger here. Jupiter. Jupiter sits here at 86,881 miles in width. That is larger than the distance between Venus and the sun itself, and only just slightly shy of Earth's distance from the sun. It sits at 484.52 million miles from the sun, and its next door neighbor is Uranus, which sits at a size of next up is Saturn, which sits at 72,367 miles in diameter, at a distance of just shy of 1 billion, 930.56 million miles from the sun. And then we'll go all the way down, which on here is about 24 centimeters, which is the total distance that we've already gone from the sun in our previous planets here. Here at Uranus, we are at 31,518 miles at a distance of 1.84 billion miles. Once again, that's about the exact same distance that we covered between Jupiter and the sun. From there, his next door neighbor goes almost another billion to the wayside here. And Neptune here sits at 2.78 billion miles from the sun, with a diameter of 30,599 miles. And once we take that just shy of another billion, we have Pluto, who should be smaller, but this is about the smallest object I have. Pluto would realistically, on this diagram, be about a 0.5 millimeter, but I don't have any pins or anything like that, so we're going to have a little 2 millimeter Pluto here. However, in real life, Pluto is just barely more than half the width of the United States. Only shy by, I think, about 200 miles. It sits at 3.6 billion miles from the sun. Collectively about 3 times the distance Jupiter is from the sun, and 4 times the distance that Jupiter is from the sun approximately. Yeah, I don't really have much else to say on this subject. That's my rinky-dink solar system. Hopefully this was considerably more brief than all the ones of people that are probably doing a small workout for this project. So hopefully this video will be a nice and short one instead. Thanks. Peace out.